day. This is Cast Iron ASMR with 10 VHS movies based on comics. I've got 10 VHS movies in their cases, and I also have New York Times bestseller Leonard Maltin's 2009 movie guide, and I've marked the 10 movies in here with my bookmarks that I make. These are from comic strips in the newspapers, and I tried to get ones that were, fitting or unique. So, without further any ado, let's go. Here we have, and they're in alphabetical order. I will be presenting them in alphabetical order. Here is Annie. It's the movie of tomorrow. It's a musical. So Annie is based on the comic strip Little Orphan Annie. I didn't read a lot of Little Orphan Annie, but what little I saw I didn't like, because they would draw Little Orphan Annie without pupils, or so I thought. They were just two round circles with blankness in it. When I was a kid, I thought that was kind of weird. So let's see if it is in fact. Oh yeah, this is Annie. And these older tapes, they got a lot more weight to them than the later ones. This is, you can just tell by the feel, by the weight of it. And it's in hi-fi stereo, even Dolby stereo on linear tracks, mono compatible. Oh, there's Daddy. What was it? Daddy Warbucks? I haven't seen this in a long time. Yeah, Daddy Warbucks, billionaire. And Carol Burnett. A lot of the cast was from the Carol Burnett show. Let's see here. Anyway, let's look to see what Leonard Maltin has to say. So he rates his movies out of 4 stars. So let's all guess. I put the bookmarks in earlier, so I kind of know. But I can't remember. So what do you think? Here we go. So this first bookmark I got is from the comic strip Blondie. Blondie. Oh, look, it says it's called Secrets of the Hollywood Stars. It's a door-to-door salesman. And then Blondie says, "Did the lady next door buy one?" "She certainly did." "Then wait a moment." "Tootsie, how's the..." Pat, gasp, wheeze. "I'll take one." Okay. So here, Annie, get your gun. Anna Green Gables. Where is it? Annie. From 1982. Oh, Leonard, I was going to say Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Maltin. He gave it 2.5 stars. Overblown adaptation of the Broadway musical hit about the Depression's most famous foundling, based on Harold Gray's Little Orphan Annie comic strip. appealing performances by Quinn as Annie and Finney as Daddy Warbucks. Help buoy an uninspired and curiously catastrophic production, followed by made-for-TV sequel Annie, A Royal Adventure, remade for TV in 1999. Okay, so there's Annie. That was a good one. I remember seeing that when I was a young child. I like the dog. What was the dog's name? I don't know. Okay. Movie one. Right here. Alright, movie number 2. I remember I bought this VHS cassette, and it is Conan the Barbarian. So this character, Conan the Barbarian, was based off what do they call those? The pulp character before comic books, the precursor. And there were stories on cheap pulp paper, which gave them their names. Conan the Barbarian launching Arnold Schwarzenegger's career, 1981. This one's too. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. 2 hours and 8 minutes. Conan. The director of this movie, Dino De Laurentiis, is the grandfather of, what's her name? The Food Network cooking star. Anyway, what's her name? She had a crossover movie with Scooby-Doo and the other famous guy. Oh yeah, let's look it up. Okay, so this was a great movie. So what do you think? Leonard Nimoy, Leonard Maltin. We'll give it probably like 2 stars, 2.5 stars. Oh, and like we'll have this treat here. I actually have a bookmark from the Conan the Barbarian comic strip that's been laminated and cut, and the corners cut. Flip it over, you can look at the article, what was on the back. I don't know, look, it looks like maximum financing available. There's a truck parked in the snow. This was from a Canadian newspaper, 1980. Conan, look out. That thing is faster than... Oh, it's unbelievably strong. So, Conan the Barbarian. 2.5 stars he gave it. And then, of course, the sequel, Conan the Destroyer. I think he says some good stuff about it. Yeah, okay, here's the guy. Robert E. Howard's Pulp Tales. And then it became a comic. Famously, the big magazine, black and white comics. Kind of the size of like the rock and roll magazines. When you got older, you could be cool and read Conan comics. Sometimes there'd be nudity. Alright, number 2. Oh, this is a wonderful movie. It is Ghost World. I remember seeing this when it came out in the theaters. Starring Thora Birch and a young Scarlett Johansson. Steve Buscemi? Oh, what was this guy's name? He was somebody up and coming, and then he died. Sadly. Roper. Interestingly, on the back cover, this picture of them, they're hanging out at this party with this old lady. That doesn't actually happen in the movie. Let's see if it's, oh, look, it looks like this one came from Video Update. It's kind of a squeeze and shake. It's a squeeze and shake on the, let's see. Ghost World. For a second I was worried that it was going to say Wayne's World. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a little loud. I'll just do it over here. Alright, which is Leonard Nimoy, I have to say. We got 4 stars from these people. You could always get a good review, you just gotta pick the US Weekly or I don't know. But this was a good movie. I bet he'll give it 2.5 stars. Alright. This bookmark. It's Lois. I don't know what this comic strip was called, but it was with DC superheroes. It's from 1980. This is my chance to repay Superman for all the times he's saved me, Jimmy. Good luck, Lois. You'll need it. If I figured out the hint Superman gave me before he passed out, I have a chance. My last chance. Oh, there's a giant cat. I know, they're probably shrunk. Okay. I picked this one because in that picture she looks kind of like the Leatherface character on the side. There. That one. Ghost World. What do we got? Just 2.5 stars. It says go to. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, Brad Renfro. Okay. A sour teenage iconoclast finds her only friend, Johansson, drifting away from her after their high school graduation. So she attaches herself to geeky record collector Buscemi. A well-observed study of alienation, co-scripted by Zwigoff and Daniel Clowes from the Leader's comic book. But it's difficult to care about a character who refuses to be cared about. Zwigoff's first fictional feature, following Crumb. In fact, R. Crumb contributed a drawing into this film. Terry Garr appears unbilled. So that was Ghost World. Yeah, and that Daniel, I think I'm saying his name right, Clowes. He is a Canadian cartoonist, comic book creator. Alright, here comes one of my favorite movies of all time. It is Josie and the Pussycats from Archie Comics fame. Thumbs up from Ebert and Roper and the Movies. This was $2.99. Previously enjoyed collection. This movie, this is such a great movie. Came out in the late 90s. Look at that, closer. But it was being filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. While I lived in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And one day I was at work and on the radio, on the rock and roll radio station, 99.3, The Fox. Definitely the rock station because Josie and the Pussycats rock. They came on and they said they're filming the Josie and the Pussycats movie, and for their final rock concert, filming at the BC Place, the big Coliseum, they needed more extras. Or maybe it was at, I can't remember if it was BC Place or the other one. Anyway, and so they had just an open call, like, come on down. I think it was like really urgent, like that night or something. And I thought about it. It's like, I can't go down. But then I thought, anyway, I didn't go. But I should have. Let's see what old Leonard Maltin. He used to have a segment on Entertainment Tonight, I believe. He was their go-to movie guy. So it's facing down. It's that one. Oh, look, I've got an Archie. This is a more rare Archie bookmark. This is from comic strips in the newspaper. Here it says, that was a good movie. Yeah. Hey, where are your shoes? Oh, they're stuck to the ground. Movie theater. Josie and the Pussycats. 2 stars. Come on. It says Russ Leatherman's live action. It just says live action treatment finds the Archie Comics girl group used by record execs and the government to front subliminal marketing campaigns to kids. Goofy send-up of trendy teen pop culture often misses the mark. Not true. It totally hits the mark. But the occasional hit is straight on. Best part comes early on with the top boy band, Du Jour, Word. Yeah, Eugene Levy's in it. He has a funny part. Rachel Lee Cook. Oh, also, before the call for the open audition, or just come down, because they take a while to film it, maybe months previous. I had a roommate, and he was going to college there, and then he said, he came home, he's like, oh man, it was so cool, you wouldn't believe what happened. And he saw they were filming the Josie and the Pussycats movie, and he saw one of these, like, Brecken Meyer or Seth Green, one of those guys. And then he said, and then I got on the elevator, and I was going down, he said, I was feeling good, I saw this movie star. And then he says, and there's this, young girl, a girl in there with me. And she said, oh, wow, and she seemed like, oh, that's cool. They're like, oh, maybe you'll see somebody else. And then she kept sort of hinting. And then he's like, oh, is this person somebody? And then, I can't remember. Like, he didn't write out, he didn't know. And then she said, like, oh, have you ever seen the movie She's All That? It was totally Rachel Lee Cook. And he didn't even know. And Tara Reid, Rosario, I was going to say Dario. What's her name? No, Rosario Dawson. Yeah, excellent movie. Great is right. Good Morning America. Okay. Next VHS to look at is Stallone in Judge Dredd. One man is judge, jury, and executioner in the future. I have some Judge Dredd comics. I used to buy some of those there. UK comics. Lethal, loud, and loaded action adventure. Rated R. It says, recommend this action hit to friends. I liked the movie, but remember thinking they made Judge Dredd too sympathetic. I am the law. Alright, next we have... Oh wait, Judge Dredd, what's old Leonard Maltin gonna say? I bet he's gonna give it like 2.5 stars. That's as good. Is that all he's done? Oh no, he gave Josie 2 stars. Alright, here's bookmark. It's that superhero one, Lois. So what do we got here? Judge Dredd, 2 stars. Yeah. James Earl Jones reads opening narration. Alright. Next we have this shiny one. Kevin Sorbo in Cull the Conqueror. This is based off the pulp character Cull, who was done by the same dude who did Conan. And I think, I've never seen this yet. Oh, this one's only rated 14A. This one's 18A. I think Cull might be like Conan's grandpa or something. I can't remember. Now, I'm going to guess that he's going to give him 2 stars. Because I think this was a bomb. Oh, here's another Conan. Bookmark. Bones of Crawl. What's this called? Cull the Conqueror. 2 stars. Passionless, incoherent, and routine. Uneven effects and makeup, and not enough sorcery. Based on a character created by Conan creator Robert E. Howard. In fact, this began life as a script for a 3rd Conan movie. Cull the Conqueror. Alright, here we've got Spider-Man. I waited for this movie to come out for a long time. I used to buy Spider-Man comics. The 90s, the late 80s. They always hinted at a Spider-Man, and it was wondrous to behold. I don't think this is the copy because that I originally bought. I noticed this sticker. $1. I didn't pay $1 for it. I did buy it. My original VHS cassette of Spider-Man I bought from 7-Eleven when it first came out. And I also got a free Spider-Man poster of that front picture. Leonard Maltin. What do you guys say about Spider-Man? Here we have a Spider-Man comic strip from the paper. There's Mary Jane. Spider-Man in the phone booth. That's funny. Before cell phones. Alright. Spider-Man. 2.5 stars. Great movie. Spider-Man. It was wondrous to behold. I like that Macho Man was in it. Macho Man Randy Savage as Crusher Hogan. Here we have Superman 2. My favorite of the Superman movies. Although Superman 1 was excellent. Just Superman. My Superman copy was broken, and I think I turned this is an old one. There's some weight to that. Where's it? I don't know. I need to get a new cassette to see the difference. Okay, maybe we'll just look right to Superman number 3. Oh, my dog barked at something. Reba. Just down by the lake. It's a nice evening. Okay. Hopefully is that bear something? That's not a bear mark. Alright, Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. A half-witted computer programming natural. This one's more of a comedy. Richard Pryor makes synthetic kryptonite. They can't get all the ingredients down, so he includes nicotine. And that makes Superman mean. Alright, let's see what old Leonard Nimoy has to say. So I do have 2 bookmarks for the 2 movies. Not from that superhero one again. There's Brainiac. Oh, there's Jimmy getting crushed by a car. Nearly crushed. Narrowly escapes death. Better alert Superman with your Superman Watch, Jimmy. Alright, it's a Superman 2. Oh, I gave it 3 stars. The best yet. Oh, Superman 3 is 1.5. If there's no such thing as 1 in this book. If you get a 1, it's a bomb or a turkey. I can't remember. I think it's a bomb. Maybe our last film will get the bomb. But not in my books, because it's Tank Girl. And this is an awesome movie. I watched this a few years ago again, and it totally stands up. And it features the hot alternative soundtrack by such bands as Belly, Bjork, Bush, or as they're known in Canada, Bush X, Devo, Ice-T, Joan Jett, and Paul Westerberg. Oh, you gotta do this right. For the next band, L7, Stomp, and Veruca Salt. This is based on a comic book. I think it's a UK comic book. I don't have any of these Tank Girl comics, but I have seen them. If this came out, well, even a while ago when Harley Quinn was super popular, she's the original Harley Quinn character. If you think of what Harley Quinn is like, it is her in this movie. Alright, attention. Alright, let's just check it out. This last one is Spider-Man. Look, that's Peter. Alright. Tank Girl. Well, we got tape heads, Tank Girl. Oh, 2 stars. That's good. Does it say? Nope. Oh wait, based on the British comic book. Petty is a lot of fun. That's right, she is. Alright. Well, thanks for joining me to take a look at all these 10 VHS movies. definitely Josie and the Pussycats. And I like Spider-Man though. And oh god, it's hard. Superman 2. Josie's definitely tough. And like this. And I don't know. Anyway, those are my top 3. So thanks again.